Hey guys, welcome to the King Nigel Show. Please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to comment on my video. Well, today's video is about priorities and boundaries in regards to relationship. Do you take your significant other as a priority? Do you respect the boundaries that you and your significant other has set in place in regards to your relationship? It kind of signifies that you both are willing to keep it healthy, positive, and honest. Um, Now, as far as priority goes, far as your significant other in regards to other people, such as friends, male friends, female friends, uh, whatever may have you. Far as boundaries though and priorities, I will speak on priorities first because I think that's more of a um, strong content to use because it kind of put place of what you feel is more important, in your life. That's what it does. It establishes a foundation as far as what's the most important to the least in regards to whether it's people, things, hobbies of that nature. But first and foremost, I would say this though. I have spoke to someone in regards to a situation that I've had that actually contacted me, social media. It's a relative, and asking me, what happened with one of my situations, a past relationship, and I felt that I wasn't held as a priority, even though we set boundaries. And this is the thing: social media isn't the problem, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know and heard countless times, over and over again, that it's the people and how they utilize social media. For example, I had a situation to where the person that I was with, my ex girlfriend, she worked like early hours. Had to be to work like in the early a.m. You know what I mean? Let's say around like 6:30 or so, 6 o'clock. And she was a CNA. She did work out in a nursing home, but she was also in school at one of the local community colleges that we have here. And what I found was that I try my best to trust the person that I'm with. I do away with past insecurities and I just deal with the person that I'm with. And if those insecurities happen to manifest within the relationship with that person, I will have to address that because that is what's making me kind of feel as if, okay, this is a problem. We're entering the danger zone, such as this right here. I had women who, this particular ex that I had, number one, she liked a lot of attention. She liked to flirt and stuff like that. She was all into social media. If somebody inboxed her, whatever the case was, regardless if she was dating me or not, maybe I wasn't what she really wanted. I was just probably something that she settled for. Um, and this came out further on down the line, but I found out real quick. Needless to say. Um, so that somewhat caused a problem because it been times where, I may have called before I went to bed, to tell her good night because I'm a business owner, I own my own business, and I am an author, a writer. Um, Repercussions Apparel. In my book, it's called Repercussions: What Happens in the Dark Will Come to Light. So I'm very busy as well. It's not like I have a lot of time on my hands to sit around and twiddle my thumbs. So when I choose to invest my time in something, it's very critical and very important that it's worthwhile. So as I was saying, so I'll make phone calls. Hey, listen, I was want to hear your voice, whatever. Tell you good night. Woo, woo, woo. Love you, whatever the case is. Have a good night. Enjoy your day, whatever. That you have coming up in at least a couple hours or whatever. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Sometimes my calls were unanswered. Sometimes my texts were unresponded to. But yet and still, I would see her on Facebook, posting things. And I'm like, well, listen, hold on. Now, I just text her and, you know, I called her. She didn't answer. So that's when I then text her and say, hey, babe, I love you. Have a good night and enjoy your day. So, that's how that went. So we had like a little spat about that. And, she was always telling me how, like, I'm in school, blah, blah, blah. A lot of guys always, trying to talk to me, flirt me. You know how that go, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We had a discussion. I said, listen, for me as a guy, I'm not the one who like attention from other women. Like, I focus solely on my woman. Every other woman to me is irrelevant, except for my, mother, daughter, grandmother, my loved ones, my relatives, blood family. I somehow felt that she was trying to open a door for me to accept the fact that there's other guys after her, or she made it seem like she was this trophy chick. So I'm sitting there and I'm telling her, listen, it's cool, how you conduct yourself with others as far as having friends, but as far as that flirting and stuff like that, like I'm not with all that, because people only flirt with people that they're attracted to in some way, form, or fashion. One way or another. You're not going to see a dude that look like Flavor Flav. Let's say he broke and messed up or whatever. He may be your type, but he walk up, hey baby, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. I don't. My name is such and such. I got a man. She might not even have a man. But that's the type of things that some people would do. So she was telling me, well, I'm gonna call you when I get ready to go on my break or whatever. But she was telling me how she'd be chilling with the friends in school or whatever. They'd be eating together, whatever. So I never received the phone calls from lunch. If I were to receive the phone calls, it's like when she's sitting in the car. She wouldn't talk to me around the so-called people she said they was friends, which is cool because you know, I see that we want to focus on one another. But sometimes people will do certain things, man, to make you feel, or you would think things to cause yourself to feel insecure. Is because certain conversations will happen in the midst of me and her talking. Like a guy could walk by, hey, beautiful, hey, babe, oh, hey, boo, hey, sweetheart, and I would get offended. Like, why are you changing the octaves in your voice? Or why is you being rude, cutting me off while I'm talking to you when we rarely hardly get a chance to talk or see each other because we're both busy? You easy to get that distracted. Sometimes people do things to be funny. As I was taught as a kid growing up, when I'm on the phone, don't talk to me. Wait till I'm done, and then you say what you got to say. Don't be rude. Be respectful, not only to the person I'm talking to, but be respectful to me. You understand me? So it caused a lot of problems between her and I. And eventually I just ended it, because I sensed that, if you start a new relationship, most people would love to talk to each other on a break. Now they got somebody to talk to, regardless if other guys is hitting on her or not, or whether other women is hitting on your guy or not, in a new relationship. I mean, I find that kind of odd that you would somehow try to hide certain things, that you're doing. And it's like this: if you can't do the things that you like to do in front of your significant other or your spouse, then you shouldn't do it at all. You feel me? That's how I was raised. I was always raised, family first. Eventually, you may marry this man or this woman, and that's your, that's your first everything. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just how that goes. But a lot of people don't look at relationships as if, well, maybe one day I may marry this person. Or some people say, well, I'm single. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that until I'm married. And that's the problem right now. A lot of people aren't really structured, to see the bigger picture, longevity. They don't see that. It's like some people are living in the now. And that's the new norm. The now, what I can get now, or whatever the case is. And it's very sad and unfortunate. In spite of us setting the boundaries about, listen, I'm on the phone. I know you said dudes be in your face, whatever, woo, 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 but don't engage in the conversation first with them if they haven't said anything to you. While I'm trying to, get across my message or whatever it is, since I wasn't able to speak to you, the night before, and you doing other things, it's like, it's just a pastime or just a relationship. I mean, I don't know really how to take that, but at the end of the day, I spoke my piece on it. And I'm a firm believer that boundaries should be set in a relationship. Boundaries should be respected. Flirting is, in fact, cheating because that requires a certain type of attention from one person to another. Like I said, whether it's emotional or sexual desire, whether it's lust, which is sexual desire, stuff like that. It could be like emotional support. Suppose you've been talking to this one particular guy, you know, about your past relationships or your previous relationship. You go to him for advice rather than talking to your partner about it. That establishes a certain type of bond. Now you get into argument with your dude or whatever the case is. Then now all of a sudden you want to rush and talk to this guy, or you may not be able to wait until you're able to see this guy, like when you go to work. Or you may just bounce out, tell your dude that you're going to go out with your homegirls, but you're in fact meeting out with this guy somewhere else. I've been through that. I've experienced those type of things. So the things I'm telling you guys, it's just not something I'm just speaking on. It's something I have actually literally experienced. I don't know how many people will take heed to this video, how many people will understand where I'm coming from, but I really try to keep it short. And with that being said, thanks everyone for listening. Please like, subscribe, and share. Excuse me. And have a good day.